As I was going to St Ives, I met a man with 7 wives. 7 wives had 7 sacks. Each sack had 7 cats. Each cat had 7 kits. Kits, cats, sacks, wives. How many were going to St Ives? I'm not long been in from work. Listen to that rain outside. It just goes to show. 2 weeks ago I was planning on getting lightweight gear, so I ordered myself a very lightweight down sleeping bag that opens up to become a quilt. I looked at the quilts, and the high-end quilts, 100 and odd quid plus, and I thought, just for a random thing, I want to try a quilt. And seen one offered on AliExpress, that brilliant website. It was £43 something, but I think it was 52 by the time you had the tax and everything on it. By a company called Widesea. Now, I got in from work, and I've just been playing around with it here. So what I'll do is I'll put it back in. I'll take it out and then I'll restuff it. There you go. So with the Widesea bag came this net storage bag. As well, you know, those down users out there, when you get a down product such as a jacket, a bag, you know, boots, when they're stored, they're meant to be stored so they can loft in air, and then obviously when you go to compact them into a stuffed sack, it squishes all the air, compresses the down to make it small, and then obviously when you puff it up, catches the air. So your storage bag should let the down breathe, because if you crush it too much, it can sweat. Even though most of the high-end down products are hydrophobic, which repel water, moisture will build up after a while if it's kept crushed together and there's no air to circulate. So that's why you've got like a big net storage bag. Plus some of the products that you do get which are hydrophobic, and the down products that are treated, if you crush them together and you keep them crushed for a long time, who's to say that the special coating would aid them to stick to each other, you know, if it's kept compressed in a state for a long time. I don't know, I wouldn't like to say. I wouldn't like to try. Everything down product I've got is left in a breathable bag. Even booties are left out to breathe. They only compress when I eat to carry them. So there you go. Anyway, let's get back to this bag. £43 from AliExpress. What I'll do is I'll put the links in the description for AliExpress. It's a blue Widesea. It's 180 centimeters by 80. It says that, like, it looks a lot bigger than that. However, looks can be deceiving, can't they? So, yeah. So I can't even get further enough back in this shed. Yeah, 180 centimeters by 80. You know, weight wise, I'll put all the details in the description box. But from basically, for the remember, I'm sure it was something like 714 grams. It was tiny, I know that for what it was. A blue, I think it was a choice between the blue and the grey. No, I thought I've already got enough grey in my hair without, and there's always grey in the clouds. God, it sounds like a downer, doesn't it? I just like blue, to be honest. Even though my grandma used to say blue and green should never be seen. So, it's like snot on a jumper. Right, says here that the comfort rating of the bag is 11 degrees C or 51 degrees Fahrenheit. The bloody hell, I can't even see that. I'm sure that says 7. No, it says 6 degrees. That must be the transition. Comfort, transition, and then the risk is -8. Fuck, that's a big jump, isn't it? You'll be comfortable at 11 degrees. But it'll be a bit risky to use it in -8. That's a hell of a difference. I'll just see. I don't know if you can. I don't know if that'll zoom into it properly. Like I said, I'll put all the links and a bit more information in the description box, because that's really bad, that. Widesea. I'll tell you what I'll do, I'll put it back in that stuff sack, and I'll show you it in its stuff sack, and then I'll put it back in that storage bag. There was a lot of questions being asked. Do you roll your gear when you put it away, or do you stuff it? Well, I'll be honest, most of my tarps I roll. I don't like to stuff, even though it is a stuff sack. I'd like to roll my tarps. I tend to think that if you use a tarp and you roll it in the same area, after a while the crease may weaken the material, but if it gets to a point where you've used it that many times, the crease in the material causes it to fail and split, then that's cheap material. Oh Christ, you've had some use out of it. And if you've used it that much that a standard sill tarp would rip and tear just by the folds repeatedly being pressed, you've used it a lot, and it's been well worth its travel. But yeah, I fold tarps and I stuff bags. Stuff bags. It's just your standard, these standard little stuff sacks that you get. Seems very thin anyway. I still haven't got a battery for my scales, you know. C-cell battery. I will get one eventually. So that's without even compressing it to a great degree. That's just with it being stuffed back into the bag. That is. Oh yeah, that's 11 inch. 11 inch by 5.5. 11 inch by 5.5, and that's not even massively compressed down. I've got a bit of a knackered wrist off the weekend, but yeah, you stuff it down. You should be able to get that down to 9, if not more, with a bit power. Yeah, I'll put the links in anyway. £52 by the time you pay the tax and the transport and postage and all the rest of it. Transport, postage, I mean. Yes, but there you go. If you wonder why, oh, you must be minted buying stuff all the time. It's not. I'm not. I gave up smoking almost 12 years ago. Sadly lost my sister to cancer. And she asked us, like, she says, oh, do you know, you shouldn't smoke and that. And oh yeah, everybody who was out there who is a smoker, you know. And I think the maddening thing is, people who smoke now tend not to be bothered about the cancer thing as a scare. You know, it bothers people now, the cost. Well, the cost for me is I save that money now. So what would be £13.50 a day, now I just put to one side. So that sleeping bag, that's not even 4 days tabs money. Thing is, in 4 days time, that sleeping bag will still be here. 5, 6, 7, 10, 50, 63, 6, 9 months, yeah, could still be here. Them tabs were long gone. 4 days, them tabs were gone. There we got, there's a bit of a lecture on it and all, isn't there? I'm not trying to lecture people to give up smoking either. What you do in your own home, in your own time, is your own affair. But there you go. I will be testing it out, hopefully this weekend. Hopefully it's not like this. If it's like this, I won't, like, because there's no worse than bringing down out when it's like this. In the winter, I mean, I put 4. Well, if I can get away with it. In this weather, I'll just bring a synthetic out. So I don't really need the heat, not as per se. Don't really need the heat this time of year. See, this was just a lightweight option. I thought if I can, that will fill that bag like. If I can get it light, compact. You know, if I could just don't bring any beer with this. Just don't bring, because I can do a camp without a beer. I don't need beer. Well, actually, there's another thing. I gave up. I pretty much gave up going out. I'll go out to catch up with a few lads. Not very often. Maybe once, twice a month. Sometimes I can leave it 5-6 weeks and not see anybody. So as I catch up with everybody socially in other aspects, whether it be a phone call or even on the crappy social media. There you go. I was spending money there. So there you go. All this wasted money on kit like this. There you are. Right. If it is nice, I might bring this out and test it. If not, the next nice-ish day, I'll bring it up. I'm not so much bothered about temperature, it's more if it's pissing down and that. Right, well, I'm going to go and finish my paperwork, go for a poo-poo and another cup of tea. Thanks for watching. Ciao.